What's up, guys? It's July 5th, 2011. This is One Question a Day, and I am Pete Moss. All right, the obvious one question a day today is, what do you think of the Casey Anthony verdict? Not guilty. Do you agree with it, disagree with it? Do you think she was guilty? Do you think she was not guilty? And leave some comments and tell us why. And, if you want to reply to somebody else's comment because you don't agree with them or you agree with them, just be nice about it. This is just a friendly debate about this. Also, do you think it was tasteless for Baez and all of the other lawyers to go down to that private restaurant and have a celebration? No, I don't. This was one of the biggest trials in U.S. history because of social media, maybe the biggest trial, like easily rivaled the O.J. case. Another little question with this, will you remember where you was at when the Casey Anthony verdict was read? I watched the O.J. Simpson trial with my grandpa, and I remember sitting at my grandpa's house with him thinking that OJ was going to be innocent. He said OJ was going to be guilty. And I remember where I was at when I watched it. I will probably remember I was sitting with my daughter Alyssa and Tracy, and we watched the verdict be read out. Probably a few years from now you'll ask me, what's really another thing that's really sad about this is all the money that's been made off of it. Like, damn, start a scholarship fund for some young girl that has a kid that still wants to go to school and do it for year after year because y'all made so many fucking millions of dollars off of this case, off of a little girl dying. And even though the case is basically over, they're still going to be making money off of it because there's interviews that people will be getting paid for. You never know. Books. They could even make a movie. Who would play Casey Anthony in a movie? A few years ago, I would have said Alyssa Milano. She plays a classic bad girl, but I don't know, maybe Lindsay Lohan can dye her hair dark and she can be the one that comes out and says and plays Casey Anthony in the movie. It'll relaunch her career. But one really strong opinion I have is I don't blame the prosecutors for losing this case. Like, they only presented the evidence they were given, and they went above and beyond to present it. I think where the mistake was made is when they were doing the investigation. I don't think Casey acted alone. I was actually glad to see her get found not guilty. Hear me out. Now, when I say I was glad that she got found not guilty, because I think another person or people were involved in what happened. I just don't want to see one person go down for, something that other people were involved in. That was a cold case. Even before the body was found, because of all the lies, they basically pressed charges on Casey and said, we're arresting you for murdering your daughter, even though we haven't even proven that she's dead. And in my opinion, even though they knew she was guilty, if they would have left her out of jail, kept a really close eye on her, somewhere along the line she would have panicked and she would have made a mistake. And if she really did it, they could have had evidence to prove that she did. That's just what I think. I may be wrong, but I told my girl the other night, I was like, I think she's going to be found guilty for lying to the police. I was like, I don't think they can prove the rest of it. That's just my opinion. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think. How big of a trial in U.S. history do you think this was? What do you agree with? Do you disagree with me? Do you think she's guilty, not guilty? Do you think the investigators could have done better? Is there anything different that the prosecution could have done? One really smart attorney that I heard talking on TV today said that the prosecution went for too much. They shouldn't have went for the death penalty. If they had just went for life for 20 years, that maybe manslaughter one, like, they would have got it easily. And they picked a death penalty jury. They didn't think that there was enough evidence to send her to the death, so she walked. The charge they got her for, she's going to easily get time served on that. She'll be out of jail on Thursday. So this is one question a day with many questions, and sometimes it turns into that. A very serious one. Leave some comments. Tell me what you guys think. And one last thing, I didn't put this video up as soon as this news story broke, because I wanted to hear what people in the news had to say about it, as they brought in different people, and I didn't want to be a view whore. I'm sure I may get some views on this video, but I didn't want to be the first person to put a video up on YouTube about it. I want to know what your guys' opinion is. You know, if I get 200 views and 40 opinions, you know, that's better to me than 2,000 views and 20 opinions. That's just what I think. I want to know what the viewers think about it. So leave some comments. Please don't hate me because I was glad she was found not guilty. I just wanted everybody that was involved to go down for it, you know, and just a really sad thing. And, you know, I want, you know, everybody keeps saying, oh, let little Kaylee rest in peace, let little Kaylee rest in peace. Well, motherfuckers on the news, take her picture off the news every day and let the little girl rest in peace. They can't even have a memorial for her because they're worried about people who come and vandalize it. You know, I feel for that entire family, as dysfunctional as they were played out to be, and maybe they are. Just a really sad thing. Will you remember where you was at there when you heard the verdict, and what is your opinion of the whole thing? This is One Question a Day. I am Pete Moss. I will do my best to have a happier One Question a Day tomorrow. Until then, I will see you guys. Peace.